Hiya, folks. This is Bill Stern with another thrilling story from the world of sports.
This is Bill Stern at ringside. That's Tony Martinelli of Clifton, New Jersey, coming out of the near corner. Tony's antagonist, Gregorio Jarque, is a Basque from Barcelona, Spain. The other chap in the ring is a citizen delegated by the state of New Jersey to see that the boys don't do any mortal injury to each other. Tony and Gregorio meet like a pair of long-lost friends and embrace with much feeling. Martinelli, with rope burns to remind him of their last meeting, clamps an arm lock on the Barcelona bomber. Jarque wants to break the arm lock, so Martinelli flips him for it. The Basque is down, his limbs still in the possession of the Clifton clobberer. Gregorio tries to rise. Well, he rests for a moment, thinking of the unkind fates which have steered him into this predicament. Jarque, now feeling the weight of the world, or at least of friend Martinelli, oppressing him, makes another attempt. You know, this could go on all night, but probably won't, because they're both double parked. The referee saunters by. It's all legal. Break clean on the ropes, fellas. That's true sportsmanship. Here's a case of brain and bronze. The wrestlers furnish the brawn, the referee the brain, because he has learned to count. This time, the bone of contention is Martinelli's. Gregorio advances his claim and soon finds himself in a scissor. Pain in the neck, isn't it? Jarque is beginning to turn blue. The referee doesn't see anything wrong. After all, it's not his neck. But he double-checks and requests Martinelli to cease forthwith. Martinelli thinks the inference is uncalled for. What's wrong with strangulation, Tony asks. As he's being told, tough Tony decides he doesn't want to know after all. Now that they've got the warm-ups out of their system, Martinelli and Jarque go at it with a vengeance. It may look brutal, but remember, these lads are pretty well insulated. A push, a toss, a grunt, and a groan, and they're at it again. Martinelli establishes a firm hold on Jarque's foot. Tony requests the referee to begin counting. That's the kind of treatment that makes a guy a sore head. Tony complains he's not getting an honest count. The referee tells him the facts of life, but it goes in one cauliflower ear and out the other. The referee gets a workout in a brawl like this. These shenanigans net these grapplers about 20 G's a year, which is better than working for a living. The Basque is as steamed up as a steamed clam. Martinelli's leg hold is tighter than a constable's handcuff. Meanwhile, Jarque grows just a little weary of all these goings-on. He invites Martinelli to join him on the canvas. The referee wants to know if they're both comfortable. Call this an act if you want to, but there sure aren't any soft parts in this mat opera. They end their cozy stay as Martinelli decides it's time he was on his feet. He retains possession of Jarque's foot, just a bare-faced souvenir hunter. The referee begins to count, but there must be a woodpecker in the arena. The referee won't work under these conditions. The Basque, ignored, is fidgety. The referee wants to know how many shoulders Jarque has at the moment. With a flick of an ankle now, Martinelli finds himself in a compromising pose. The referee is somewhat annoyed, too. The gallant Tony helps the fallen official to his feet, and for this kindness, he is threatened with banishment. He's hurt, he departs, he's followed, he protests. I didn't do nothing. These fans go with their corn and like it with husks. The show must go on. As our drama continues, Senor Jarque finds himself in a headlock. He repels the onslaught, but winds up on his back. The referee gets into the act and, in no time at all, turns out to be the fall guy for Martinelli. This does not sit well with the official. He protests. The balding bone crusher recommends that he see a lawyer. Fans get a big kick out of this. Again, the curtain rises. We see Jarque, we see Martinelli in the act of passing over Basque's shoulder. Martinelli's up. He's down. Oof. He's underneath. The referee wants a quick decision. Tony accuses the referee of a fast count. It's getting so a guy can't get away with nothing anymore. Let's get on with a mat mayhem. Martinelli continues his attack. The mask is bound to fracture something, probably the floor. This is the sort of thing that keeps the fans roaring for more of the same. Just good, clean fun. But as for me, I'll take ulcers. Wow, if looks could kill. The way the psychologist explained the fans' reaction, Gregorio now represents a little guy getting kicked around, so he has their sympathy, and nothing too horrible can happen to Martinelli to suit them. The referee adds his considered opinion, breaking the hold, much to Martinelli's annoyance. The Clifton Clouder doesn't like to be shoved. He registers a protest. The gallery getting its money's worth and some pretty crowd-pleasing antics. Jarque takes this opportunity to register a leg hold. Now, what's he going to do if Martinelli decides to let him keep the leg? He'd probably be the most surprised Basque in the house. There's no danger. Martinelli registers a kick. Martinelli demands fair play from the referee. Fair play at this stage of the game? Idea here is to keep the referee from catching on to the illegal goings-on. The heavies, the villains, always act like injured innocents. Oh, the air is torn with the sound of bones being bent. The referee slides in like Ty Cobb. Aha! Never a dull moment. The referee must feel like that camel with one too many pieces of straw. Now Martinelli makes a discovery. It's the referee. What's he doing down there? The ref returns for a quick visit with the audience. He's not happy at all. Here's a switch. Jarque going to Martinelli's defense. He didn't mean it. It was all an accident. That's what Tony's been trying to tell him all night. But the referee says, enough of this chewing the fat. Come on, let's wrestle. Before the ancient Greeks had a word for grunt and groan, there was wrestling. It came out of the cave with a primitive man and threatens to go right back with Tony Martinelli to stand in for old Joe Stone Age himself. The Clifton Crusher introduces the Barcelona bomber to a cozy corner. The referee's also there. It's as crowded as a subway at rush hour. All right, guys, we're getting nowhere with this stuff. Come on, break it up. There's plenty of fight left in Jarque. He does an adagio, landing Martinelli on his aching sacroiliac. But not for long. His old skinhead breaks the hold. But Jarque won't give up. He lets fly with Martinelli as the missile. Tony does a turnabout. Martinelli flips, and the Basque hurts where a pill can't reach. Tony, you can't keep a good man down. You fooled me that time, referee. Ha-ha, you're a slippery one. The crowd likes it. If they didn't, they wouldn't have come in the first place. Now for the final act. Heel and toe, and away we go. This time, with all the bouncing and the traffic, it looks like a downtown rush hour jam. They'd have to sentence me to a job like this. It's capital punishment for a wrestling ref. These grunters are gents, and the referee gets the brush off. Ha! All's well that ends well, as the referee calls the match a draw.